Love the commercials, but they got to stop marketing them to the 18-year-olds and start marketing them to the middle-aged married couples. We would all join the Navy. Because the commercial starts with a ship going through the open ocean. And I'm like, oh, that looks, I could use a cruise. And then the voice comes on. He's like, do you want to get away? Yes. Do you want to see the world? I do. Do you want to leave your family for a while but still be considered a hero? That's exactly what I want. I'm joining the Navy.
Let go.
We doing this one for the DEI.
Big boy, we back with another one.
And for the VIPs.
Not that DEI.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do it. Wax on, wax off, kick back, get your lick back like karate movies. Cleaning the needle, car seat Marcus garbage. I just gotta move it out of the situation that they put me in. Man, that candy paint go well with newbie in. Sometimes you gotta do it. Like the players back in the day, never faking the funk, never fuck with the fake. Like all the players back in the day, never faking the funk, never fuck with the fake. Sometimes you gotta do it. Like
Hey, man, if Dumbo want to get me pumped up to start a podcast, he just did that, man. When you coming in with Big K.R.I.T, you coming in Mississippi representative, man, you got me going already, man. I got it. But, we going to talk about this Army-Navy game real quick, man. Hey, it's one of those games we always watch. We always paying attention to you. If you in the Navy, you in the Army, you're paying attention to it. It was a good game yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I was tracking it on my phone. Of course, while I was at my son's game. And, man, it looked like Army was giving us everything in most of the game. But guess what? We do what we do best, right? We still end that thing with a W, man. Like we always, well, I ain't gonna say like we always do, but the last 2 years anyway. We get that W, man. We had the better team, right? We had the better team all year, right? We ain't lose but 2 games all year. So it is what it is. Until next time, Army, we got in that ass and we're gonna get in it again next year, man. It is what it is, man. Go Navy.
Yeah. I watched it from afar too, man. I was in urgent care somewhere with Amari. She been sick, so we kind of figured out what it was yesterday. But so I couldn't. The whole time I was end of the third. I'm like, damn, we losing.
Yeah.
Then I looked again. I'm like, oh shit, we won, man. So go Navy, man. Did it again, man.
Yeah, y'all sound real gracious, man. Real nice. Yeah, I'm not. Belt to ass, man. Don't you ever open your mouth again. They get like a couple wins for like 2 or 3 years and then shut the hell up. Belt to ass 2 years running now. And we're going to start another 14-year streak. So never fix your mouth talking about go Army, beat Navy. Shut your ass up. I said it. Stand on that. Belt to ass.
Yeah.
Go Navy, beat Army. Run up. There.
Them videos
this is my ass.
Those like the promo for it looked good. Like
shout out to McPon talking shit. Yes, that was on point.
Yeah, Sacknav had a good one. It was some good videos, man. So I appreciated it, man. Hopefully we keep it up next year. I like that they took the time out to do that too. Let's have a little bit of fun, man.
Yeah.
I think the Army should appreciate the quality training we gave them on how to like actually win. So maybe they could heed that lesson next year, but they probably won't.
Not how you get started, man. It's not how you start, man. You know what I'm saying? It's how you end, baby.
Sometimes you gotta do it. Speaking of college football and how you end.
hey, man, what we talking about? I was
kind of confused why they were firing him at first, and then obviously when I found out why, it makes sense.
That's so simple, man. Like, I was confused at first, but when I found out why, it made sense. I don't know nothing about this, Damon, so you're going to have to tell me what happened.
So, man, Sharon Moore, man, he was fired and he was charged with allegations of inappropriate relationships and, house invasion and stalking and things like that, man. So he's having a relationship with the staffer, man. And we see stuff like this all the time, man, even in our profession, man, either our leadership, doing something. So I'm going to try to real quick, tie some stuff together, man. You know what I mean?
That's
tie some stuff together.
Pull a military topic out of a hot civilian topic.
Yeah, man. But you got to think about it for a little bit, man. Leadership lessons and accountability, man. That's kind of like one thing about Michigan and a lot of the programs out there, man. It says in the black and white, hey, if you mess with the staffers, you're done. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Almost kind of with us, kind of. I don't know, like sometimes we're not done, but sometimes we could be done too, right? We call it messing with the help. You mess with the help, it's a problem, bro.
Yeah. I don't call it that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I call it fraternization.
Fraternization.
That's what I call it.
That's what it is. That's what it is, Damo. You're right. I mean, that's what it is. But the thing about it is, man, when conduct undermines leadership and credibility or organizational trust, man, right? That's where it all lies. Now you can go any organizations, man. You could probably, if you get a job anywhere, it's gonna be something written somewhere talking about something like this, right?
Yeah.
And it's there. It happened to him, and then it goes back and it happened to us. It happens to us all the time too. When it comes to their undermining leadership, think about it. This guy, the head coach of Michigan, bro, right? This is a prestige, program. And I'm assuming this is not done for him. I'm sure it's going to be a wide. I just read this morning. It's going to be a more of investigation on a lot more things now that's going on in Michigan.
Yeah, he was doing a lot more. He
was doing a lot, bro. He was doing a lot, bro. They was this lady, and I don't know how true this is. All allegations, man. That's all I would say, man. But one lady came out, man, and said, "Oh boy, called her doing halftime, bro." And this is a different lady. This is another one that came out. Said he didn't call her doing halftime. He not even worried about the game. You know what I'm saying? He not worried about adjustments, bro. They trying to make adjustments. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Man.
Yeah, man. But from a leadership standpoint, man, that's things we got to think about, man. Like we got people out there, we just got to hold people accountable, man. That's what they did with old Sharon Moore, man. They held him accountable, man. He had to go, man. And then he was trying to save face, Dumbo. You know what I mean? Going to the woman's house and trying to beat him up and try to do all that because he's man, he got married. Not save face. He was trying to protect. You know what I mean? What he done built a little bit, man.
His
like
face in his ass from his family. Yeah, his face in his ass.
Because for his family, man, like the dude married, got kids, got little girls, three girls, I think, something like that, man. So yeah, man, he's doing too much, man.
I mean, here's where I know Aaron just said something, but where you could kind of have the conversation too is, I think that organization is a lot more swift to hold people accountable than the Navy.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I don't even say the Navy, our organizations. Let me say that. Like that organization is a lot more swift to hold leaders accountable than ours. Like, dude did something. He's 404, page unknown. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. They took him down.
Yeah.
You know, ours it's a long process. Like you trying to get somebody with DFC. What you trying to do? It's a long process.
But you know why, Dumbo? I think it's a long process because we trying to get the facts too, though. Right? I think sometimes in these organizations, they don't just come out hot. We don't even know about it. I think sometimes they already been investigated. We just hear it. And once we see it, they get fired. I think they already probably started this investigation a while back. Right? And then, because I don't think they will fire him not knowing the facts. You know what I'm saying? So I think investigations may already be out. Possibly. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. That they may already did a big time investigation already leading to this.
Yeah, I just be thinking our investigation processes take too long, man. And then OSTC, that slows the process down, bro. Like, much love and respect to whatever they doing over there, but that slows the process down. And I think the reduction of the JAG core and I think all of that stuff kind of plays into that. But man, you talk about lead accountability, transparency.
Bro, it take a month to get a fucking DUI report back, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
sense, man.
Shit, it's crazy.
That don't make no sense. And yeah. Well, anything on this, Aaron? Anything?
Well, when he tried to cycle back, for some reason I thought about Sean Combs after that hallway video with Cassie. And he made the video and he was like, yo, I was fucked up. That's like, because that was like a month before he was like defiant. That's the first thing. Second thing with Buddy is there are people that catch feels, right? And, but he has some like stalker and beaten up and just I remember those news reporters, those TV anchors that
was in a relationship.
Yeah. They got caught up and like they did like we caught feelings. That was mutual. But Buddy was like.
Locking in. He was locking in, man.
Man, like I said, there's the emotional thing is one thing, okay, but the other thing is just like, yo, man, you like a Tyler Perry character or something.
Yeah.
Hey girl, where the fuck you going, girl? I'll snub your nose in your face. He just like that's the vibes he was giving.
His name's Sharon Moore, right? Sharon Moore.
Yeah, all he need is like a bad Tyler Perry wig, and then you could probably put him in a movie.
And you know who really pissed off too though, man? Is motherfucking Harbaugh, man. You know he probably wouldn't have got that job if Harbaugh wasn't there, bro. Harbaugh the one like vouched for this dude and did all this before he left out of them. Because it's so many other coaches that had credentials to get that job at Michigan.
I mean, dude had credentials, man, but it's just like when
not
you put
head
your name
coaching.
on
He didn't have head coaching credentials. What I'm getting at, he was an OC, I think. For Harbaugh, he was never a head coach anywhere.
But an OC should give you credentials to be considered, though.
Yeah, but we talking about championship credentials, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Okay. It's people that was out there, man. It's Michigan, bro. They go after the big fish. They don't normally go after like
up and coming talent.
Up and coming talent. Yeah,
established retreads. Like I see that. Yeah, I see that. He took the place of what's fam name from
Harbaugh.
No. I'm talking about as far as coaches and fumbling. Ime Udoka, remember him?
Boston.
Yeah, he had Boston team, and then he was married to Nia Long, bro. Nia Long.
That ain't a fumble. That's not a fumble.
Not being married to Nia Long is not a fumble?
No. Nope.
Fam, like J. Cole, Nas, and like every credible MC of two generations would argue with that fact, man.
I think he still would have.
I don't think they would.
Nah.
I don't think they would. I just we can't get into this, but I just we put some people on a pedestal. Nia Long is amazing. She looks amazing. She's a legend. But we don't know who these people are. Like we put Halle Berry is another person that we put on a pedestal, and we heard all the stories about Halle Berry. Like we know that it's a hard out if you're in a relationship with Halle Berry. It might not be great. J-Lo is another one people put on a pedestal. We know that it's a hard out. So when people be like, "Yo, how can you ever fumble J-Lo?"
Well, I feel good. My number one has never had reports like that.
Who?
So, Jill Scott.
Oh, I thought you was about to say Nia Long. I thought you were say Nia Long. I was going to say let's.
Jill Scott is number one for me all time, now and forever. Jill Scott, all day.
What's dude named Sharon Moore, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Sharon Moore, we got Shannon Sharp on the line. He got some advice for you. Hey, Shannon got to sit out on this joint, man. I know David like all these dudes, man, because these like the football guys. Shannon, you got to sit out. You got to sit out.
I'm with you, Dumbo. Shannon got to sit out on this one, bro.
I don't want Stephen A. Smith or Jason Whitlock or Emmanuel Acho. Like, shut up, man. I'm not casting those stones.
Shannon specifically has to sit this one out, bro. We saw what he did a couple months ago. Like we saw what you did, bro. For the Reggie. You gotta chill. You have to.
I don't respect him at all. You never shake his hand. I'll shake the room before I shake his hand, bro. That's just what it is.
Hey, I ain't casting no stones, man.
Hey man, I tell you, man, freaking
Casting no stones.
I'm casting
Stephen A.
stones.
Hey, Stephen A. and a couple people like that, man. Look, they be trying their best, bro. Like they be like, hey man, I'm gonna wait till all the facts come out, right? Try to like, blah blah blah. Boy, when the facts come out, they don't have no choice because you got to do what you do.
They are talking heads. They are no longer journalists. They are talking heads.
Well, yeah, but they have to talk about everybody though.
Or you could choose not to and be judged for it. Like some of the topics that Aaron dropped in our notes, like we don't have to talk about. Like we cannot talk about this topic that Aaron would drop in the notes. Like we don't have to, but we do.
Yeah, I got one in the chamber right now.
Yes, that we could definitely not discuss.
We strategic, bro. Discernment. You know what I'm saying?
My man, I just y'all was kind of likening it to Navy stuff, man, and I don't know, because Shannon Sharp tried to come from the aspect like I've been down that road, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know how to liken that to like a Navy joint, but I'm sure it's cases where. I've probably been through a case where like somebody was trying to tell me something in the Navy and I'm like, yo, not you, man. Like not you, man. Like anybody else, man. Call anybody else to come talk to me, man, but not you, bro.
Yeah. Or, hey, Double, how about being in DRB? when something goes on and motherfuckers step up. Motherfucker, you was just doing this shit, what you was doing like 3 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, the eyeballs get big.
Yeah.
That's for everybody across the table. One time I was like, yo, what are you? He was like, Aaron, now didn't you? I was like, yeah, so.
Yeah.
I told you how my man, when he was a second, he did the BAH fraud and the chief told him to, right? And then when he got caught up in that shit, he went to chief like, yo, we talked about, he was like, you talked about it. Chief got up out of that shit quick, bro. All right, look, hey, for the listeners, if you don't know by now, it's just a extra episode, man. We chilling. It's an extra bonus episode. Let's talk about, so I'm looking through the Deox, again, and like kind of going through it. And I'm looking at numbers, and I ain't going to get like specific into anything personal with numbers, but I do want to talk about the fleet-wide numbers for 2 categories. One is fair treatment, right? And that's 55%. And morale is 43%.
Yeah.
I think that those are low numbers.
Crazy low.
What do y'all think?
Domo, I'm going to tell you this about it. Those are low numbers, no doubt. I am actually looking through right now, too, last week, looking through my DOC survey. And one of that fair treatment is one of the things that we're going to be talking about, in my command. Because my numbers are low right there. And we just want to know, like, what's up, right? That's my thing. That's why we're gonna come up, we're gonna put a game plan together and, do the things we do for the DOC survey. But those numbers are low. And when I saw the fleet, and I was like, it was stunning to me to see it though, right? Like, we talking about fair treatment, 55%, right? And I'm gonna be straight up. My numbers are lower than that, bro.
Yeah, my command is too.
It's got
we both just got there.
Yeah, we both just got there. I'll make that shit clear. I didn't just get there, but at the same time, man, that's crazy, man. And I tell you, I sit down with my CEO. We was talking about it, man. And I kind of like went like a little trance for a minute, man. I'm thinking about fair treatment. Fair treatment that low? What are we really talking about right now? We're in an organization that's morale and fair treatment is one of the pillars, you know what I mean, of what we do and what we talk about and what we try to, be good at, right? Those are things that we try to be good at right there, and they that low. It's kind of like one of them things that you need to sit down and have some conversations about.
So, I mean, do y'all think that like what the Navy, the DON level of fair treatment at 55, do you think is still a command level problem, or should we have like widespread Navy kind of figure out why are we sitting here? Why are you making that face, Aaron?
Oh, no, I'm listening to the process, and I think we're always going to be here.
What'd you say?
I think we're always going to be at this level.
Why?
So morale.
Let's just go fair treatment first, though. Fair treatment.
Okay, so for fair treatment, how much trust do people have in the NJ? How much trust people have in the NJP process? How transparent is it?
Yeah.
Are we making it transparent? Our last DRB, we had 2 this past week. We've done it now where we have 2 first classes who come in and can sit on every DRB. Over to the first class members. We have done that. That engenders more trust and transparency in the process. We have some officers in there too, right? So, how many people discuss what went into? How many CEOs discuss what went into what they awarded NJP at a DOX? What do you call it? Debrief to the command. So as long as people don't have transparency in the process, it's always going to be low. That's not fair. You know.
I mean, you just gave solutions, though. That's what you just did.
Yeah, I do, but it's not okay. It's not common. It's not a commonplace thing across the board. How many open captain's masks do we see now? I've been to 2 in my career.
Yeah,
you know. So I think one part is the transparency in the NJP.
So what do you think? Like we should try to like. What do you think as just Aaron? That Navy could do to address and fix this problem?
The morale. I think morale, the definition of morale is not meeting the mark. Because it talks about, I looked it up again, it just talks about, how you feel and all that, but it also talks about sense of purpose. If people aren't doing their job or getting to do what they signed up for, or the expectations aren't matched, where it's like, hey, you're going to do your job, but you got to do other things as assigned, I think that helps it. Kind of frames the point of reference.
Are you tying fair treatment and morale together in the same conversation?
No.
So my question is, we would talk about fair treatment, right? We talk about
I kind of sectioned off with the NJP. Then you talked about the morale piece. I put them separate.
Yeah. So what are we like? What are you like? What can we do about fair treatment?
Treat everyone. Be transparent, like I said, and then understand that people will be treated fairly, not equally.
So
that's
Damo. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead, Damo. Sorry.
I was just going to say that's an individual kind of thing. That's like what we all could do upon, ourselves. My question that I'm asking is, with fair treatment at 55% throughout the entire fleet, like, should the fleet now be looking at ways to like address fair treatment as a whole, or should we still be divvying it out to singular commands?
I'm with you, Damo. I think the fleet need to start doing something. Well, I ain't saying with you. You asked the question, but I think the fleet should. I think we should do the same thing we always do. Like, we're gonna do our individual at home homework and do the things we need to do through CRT and all that stuff, right? After that, we do all that stuff. I think now we are talking about fleet numbers. What can we put in place?
It's low.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we got fleet numbers at 55%. So now what can we do to get better there, right? Do we need to get our triads together somewhere and talk about this? Why is this? Whoever we need to talk to, right? Like, it could be whoever in charge of all of this stuff. I don't care. But it should be a focus group there also, right? Yeah. Just to put stuff on the table. We are talking about at a level that's harmful. You know what I mean? 55%, that's kind of like harmful. 43% is harmful. What are we doing to raise this not as an organization, as a fleet? Because if it wasn't a problem, we wouldn't be putting fleet numbers up, right? We putting fleet numbers up. So let's talk about fleet shit, right? How are we going to get better as a fleet? But I do say this, Damo, it starts in your everybody individual house first, though.
Yeah, you got,
right? It starts in your individual house, and then I do think it should be a conversation when it comes to the fleet also, though.
There are things in place that maybe the fleet is not utilizing to the utmost. Like how many times you see, they used to call them the funnies, but they talk about what was awarded across the fleet for court martial for NJP. Everyone sees that transparency. You can try to get some some cross points of consistency. How is it trending across the fleet? I don't think people know that that's made for everyone to know, to see.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask the question again because I don't know that you answered it, Aaron.
I'll try to. I ain't running from it.
No, I don't think it's one of those types of questions.
Yeah.
Do you think that at this point now, the fleet should enact some methods of addressing the low fair treatment numbers? And I'm not saying the fleet hasn't, right? I'm not saying that we haven't already done things and there's things in motion, right? But do we think that fleet should continue or start looking into these fair treatment numbers or leave it to individual commands? Kind of figure it out as commands.
Maybe break it down. So, all right. So yes, do more because it's alarming, right? And then second, I don't know if each respective fleet truly moves as a fleet. What I mean by that is, do you have second fleet call or seventh fleet? Do we all in each respective fleet share our trends and our best practices and then share them with each other and then try to make it a standard? Like, hey, you know what? Seventh Fleet has the best practices and they have a high level of trust. What are they doing? So will we capture that in the bottle and make that a standard? I think that's the way. Let's maybe move more cohesively, and then that's the best way I try to answer it. But
Yeah, I think just in that regard, I think this is my own personal opinion for the listeners. I think we still have issues with transparency throughout. Like, I think people are still not comfortable having certain conversations because they'll get pushback. It'll be controversial. People will have an issue with them saying it. So some people just don't say the things. I think more transparency helps with some of this stuff because people could see it. You put it in their face. You explode it. You do an exploded view of this. Like, let's say we pulled fair treatment up and it's 55% low and 10% of that is because people can't have beards. Right? Now we see it. We know it. We've identified that. Now, what about fair treatment? Like, are the numbers from the women lower? Are the demographics from, Black people lower? Non-white people lower? Like, where is this coming from? What's some of the root causes of this? Like, how do we get? And our DEOC surveys exploded a little bit, but still not enough. And not enough people take them. At least in my case, not enough people took ours. For us to I just wish more people took it. You know what I mean? So we could have a better.
People aren't empowered to. We are not universally empowered to speak the truth. We can say it. We say get real, get better, and we do high reliability organization or HR principles, right? We keep saying it, but there are people in our rooms and above us that still will not speak to our truth because of fear of reprisal, fear of messing up their retirement, they bag. Like, yo, man, I'm out, man. I ain't got time for this.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change.
Yeah. So I think that helps. You said you started bringing first classes in the DRB, so
just the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody might hear that and be like, oh man, y'all doing new shit. But I mean, that gives a different viewpoint. And who says you can't? Where are these rules, these archaic, everything is changing. Like, we about to talk about Wi-Fi in a second, right? But everything is changing. Like, where are these archaic rules, coming in at? We gotta, I don't know. I just feel like we got to catch up with the time and figure this out, Or maybe
can I put this out there though? For anybody who would say they have an issue with, I'm gonna say my mess, because DRB is the chief's mess process that I as CMC chair. That's the chief's mess process, right? Who would have an issue? Who has issue with first classes or officers or I haven't had a Mustang in there, right? Prior chief in there. Why would you have an issue if you trust the? What are you saying that you're so scared of that you don't want to put somebody in there?
Yeah.
So hey, let me.
Hey, before
quick.
you go,
go ahead.
Sorry, I just don't want to hang on to maybe we'll never, because I don't want to hang on that because Aaron kind of jumped in. I just think explode it, put it all on the table, and let us see what we're looking at. That was it. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. Hey, back you were talking about the first classes, man. We did this. This is nothing brand new. I wouldn't worry about nobody jumping on, nobody being pissed off. We did it at my last command. We had reasons behind it, though. We brought first classes in because we wanted them to know that we wasn't in there yelling and throwing people down and doing all this crazy shit that back in the day they say they was doing, right? So we wanted to come in and not only want them to come in and look, but we wanted to get the method. We want to get this out to the command, right? Yeah. This is what we do at DRB. It's not this whole thing. You come in there and we dress them down and we do all this craziness stuff. No, we fact finding. We trying to get to the bottom of stuff. And then we move on. That's what we were doing in there. So that's what my reason from why we was bringing them in. So they can learn. Also, as first classes, hopefully you finna be in there soon, right? And you get your learning. And then on top of all of that, I ask questions afterwards. What do you think about the process? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? So I can understand where they're coming from, and then they can understand where we're coming from, right? So that's kind of how we did when we brought first class.
We still jacked them up, by the way. It wasn't a whole handle. They still got the work, by the way. Just be clear.
Yeah,
they got jacked up too.
Some people got to get it. You know, I mean, and so that then spills into like awards boards and like things. Awards boards are not even a mandatory thing, right? Like people just have them for those equal opportunity, fair treatment reasons. But it's not, because I was digging through, and if somebody has a reference that I don't have, but I was digging through a reference to see what mandated awards boards, and I couldn't find it. Like I couldn't find an actual mandate for it. So we just realized that it's a good practice, right? Unless you know more. If you know more, let me get that mandate. I need it. But outside that, we just realized it's a good practice, and then bringing people in, just being more transparent. I think that contributes to changing the way people look at fair treatment. Because again, we got a lot of people with like anecdotal information or things that they saw or things that they think they saw. And then it's me who's like in certain rooms and not seeing some of the things that everybody's saying that they think they saw. And it's like, okay, how do we transfer what's actually happening in this room? Like the Chief season, right? Like it's still a group of sellers that think we putting on like devil horns and it's like a cult, like sacrificial thing happening during the season. And it's the total opposite, right? Now there's like 3 or 4 messes in the fleet where it's Chiefs like, nah, that happened in my mess. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So sometimes we got to peel the layers back a little bit so people can understand what the hell's going on, right?
100.
Morale is 43% fleet-wide. Why?
That's crazy, man.
You know, and I know y'all don't have the answers, but is morale that low? Is morale that low? Or are we just used to saying morale's that low? Like, what's the real spill on that?
Man, both, man. The reason why, how many people, what's the percentage of people that make it through one enlistment? What's the percentage of people that make it, decide to go for more than two obligations, more than 2 contracts? It's not easy. It is not appealing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to recruit so much and you got to put incentives to retain. It's not meant. It's challenging. Now, you don't have to make it excessively hard than it would inherently is, but it's not fair, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not. So when we say, well, it's so low, because this shit's hard. You know?
Yeah. So is it a way to communicate that? Are we not communicating that? So at my command, for instance, trainees, right? They leave boot camp and they go into training at my command. And me coming into my command, like still kind of fresh, seeing a lot of them are like, you know, having a hard time, right? So I'm like, all right, I need to interject myself very early in our pipeline. And the way that it used to work at my command was they would come in, not see the triad until they finish training, right? So they come to the command, they leave boot camp on like a Friday, they check into my command on a Saturday, and then they at training, and then they don't check in like with the triad until they finish training. And training could take months, right? So, you know, where I'm like, all right, where I can assert, and some of these people don't make it through, through training. It's some have suicidal ideation, some have just don't make it. They get hurt, whatever, or they just can't do it, right? It's hard, right? Being in the ceremonial guard is hard. So where I kind of wanted to insert myself at was, hey, I want to see them the first Monday that they get to the command when they going to get uniform items. And I want to tell them that, like, hey, being elite is not easy. Like it's going, like, just to get like some early initial kind of like buy-in. Like, it's not going to be easy. It's hard, like give them that Navy SEAL conversation, even though we talk about the ceremonial guard, but hey, you are a part of a group of people that not everybody could do this. This is what you signed up. So that they have, am I going somewhere with that? Like, would that kind of conversation help? Are we being transparent with people when they entering into the military?
Most definitely a help. It most definitely will. But I also think, Dumbo, that it's not easy no more. Like when I came in the Navy, man, like we was certain things that was happening, and I knew what was up, and we had a schedule that was planned out, and we had a training schedule that was planned out, and we had morale things we was doing. Bro, right now, man, we trying to get through the day, bro. We trying to get through the day. We trying to get through the week. When I say from the mental standpoint and the emotional standpoint, the Navy has changed when it comes to how many people, like, for example, we got 300 and some ships. Man, how many inspectors, different type of inspectors coming on board a ship to do inspections? You just trying to get week to week, man. You got a month probably between somebody else coming on your ship to do another inspection. So it's all right now, we in go mode. That affects morale, man. Like,
is it a reason why people would assume it's not like one of the hardest things that they would ever do in their life? So, and that's new, new ascension, right?
I think so, for sure.
When I joined, and I'm interested in that, Aaron, because when I joined, I assumed that the military would be hard, like it wouldn't be easy.
We still got people who join the Navy and say, I'm not trying to go on a ship, and they're on a seagoing rate. Like, your recruiter must be nice with it, or you queued up your YouTube algorithm to show you some other stuff. Why would you? Framing expectations, man. Like you talked about talking to your people. Like, hey, you told them what the benchmarks are. This is what it is. It's harder. You're of this lineage, but there are people who just come in or recruited, and they have no grasp of actual naval military reality.
Yeah, I mean, how not? Like these movies?
They're coming in. I don't want to work. I just did this so I could just leave home. Now I'm trying to get up out of here and try to get VA percentages.
Dumbo, I didn't think it was going to be hard, and I still don't think it's hard. Right? Like,
what do you mean, Damon?
Like the military, the Navy. When I came in, I did not think the military was going to be hard.
You thought it was going to be challenging, at least?
Well, I thought it was going to be, maybe challenging, bro, but like I don't want to get into my story coming to the Navy because it ain't that crazy, but I know it wasn't going to be harder than that.
Bro, but you knew that you signing up for somewhere that you could put your life on the line and be at war for a month. You could be at war for a week straight.
I agree.
People don't talk about that, though.
It's no harder. It's no like. It's nothing like. It's no harder decision to make. Like to potentially go to war to fight, lose your life. Well, it probably is to some people some harder decisions to make, right? Just mentally and all that. I don't want to discount that. But to know like, hey, I'm going, like where I lived at, it was a war zone, like 2, right? I remember Meek Mill got some shit for saying that, right? But in Philly, it was a war zone too, right? I would venture to say that a Monday through Friday in Philly versus Monday through Friday on Norfolk Naval Base. Like you stand more of a chance to be killed going back and forth to middle school than it is from going back and forth to your command. However, we know that we are like on this authorized list to go to actual war, right? So if I know that, basically what I'm saying, as far as what you were saying, Damon, is if I know that, then like what else can you do to me, right? And this could be the wrong way of thinking, but what can you do to me that's going to be more challenging than that thought?
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I joined in 2007. It's a different era. But if I would have went and they'd have been like, yo, you got to sleep on a cot. And my brain, I'd be like, damn, that's fucked. And I used to bitch about things too, right? And my brain, I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. But I'd be sleeping on a cot. The worst that could happen is, I don't know. And maybe that's minimum. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I mean, you talked about we all volunteered to knowing that we signed dotted line that we could die. That's not the forefront of any conversations.
I say that a lot, yo.
I'm talking about like recruitment retention is, hey, see the world, get your education, you need a job, and they show the graphics about how many thousand you make versus over here. They don't talk about, hey, you could die, lose arm and limb.
Yeah.
You lose mental. They don't, we don't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
Certain race and communities do. If you talk to a corpsman, a CB, whom else? They don't talk about it. Don't like shipboard, that mentality, destroyer versus big deck. A destroyer person will have that mindset. Sorry, tap something. A destroyer person will have that mindset before a carrier person ever will.
Yeah, and that's the conversation I'm having. Like, is it, and I don't have an answer. I'm just kind of, we just thinking. And again, for the listeners, we just thinking here. Is that a personal responsibility to know and understand that? Or is that the responsibility of your recruiter? Or like, hey, you're joining the military, you could be making the ultimate sacrifice. Should your recruiter say that? Or should you kind of, like, what I'm saying is when I joined the military, I knew that. Like, I saw war movies, I saw Pearl Harbor. Like I kind of had an idea. Like, yo, this thing could happen here in this place.
Yeah. It most definitely need to be a boot camp thing. Right? Recruiting, I'm not going to be a recruiter and go in and tell you how crazy it is in the military, right? I might not get you. I need to get numbers up, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to go in as a recruiter and say, hey, man, you can die over there. You know, shit.
But what about the person? What about the person, though, that's joining?
Yeah, the person should have an idea. You're right. I mean, yeah.
Should they? That's the only thing I'm asking is, should they? Aaron, I'm interested. Should they not think that the military comes with a potential to lose your life in a war?
Should, but they're not.
Yeah.
Some people...
Yeah.
So again,
and that comes from also doing your homework on where you're going to, though. Like, if I know I'm going into the military or any, organization, I'm going to do my homework on it too, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
Like if I'm going to Baskin Robbins, right? I could lose my life the first day at Baskin Robbins, right? Like somebody could come rob the place or whatever, and it could be fatal, right? But I'm not thinking about that. Like it's not a potential. It doesn't come with, the ice cream.
Not at Baskin Robbins. Now, Waffle House, if you burn some hash browns, you might lose your life.
Yeah. And you know that going to Waffle, like if you go to Waffle House, it's probably like a Creed montage. Like, hey, I'm fighting, I'm training, I'm getting ready.
I got a crazy Waffle House story too, by the way. But
so I don't know. I like maybe it is something. And then you get the YouTubers, right? You get YouTubers, like it's so much access to information now. So it's YouTubers like giving young people information and stuff. But most people, I don't know now. And maybe we do need to kind of get on our Bruce Wayne shit. But I don't know now, like where people get the information from, because when I was coming in, I was talking to people who saw Top Gun. They joined from based off, and now I wasn't one who saw it. I was talking to people who saw Top Gun, but they joined from like war stories and movies and shit like that, or 9/11 happened, or things of that nature. I don't know and you might be right, Aaron, because I think a lot of what's making people join now is the bonuses, and not everybody, but a lot of, when I'm talking to people, it was like, bonuses, college, seeing the world. Like that's what most people say.
But the military was always like that, though. We are. I'm quoting some other discussion I heard. We're. Let me see. Since 1991, ending of a Gulf War.
Yeah.
We've been riding this whole wave of, the military is like top creme de la creme.
Yeah.
It was, hey, patriotism's up. Hey, we'll Gulf War. Then it went down, and then 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, boom, we ride this wave. Now it's down. I'm not sending my daughter here. I'm not. You got the Fort Bragg drug cartel, and you got Fort Hood, and you got the ship. I don't want my people going to that. But then it peaks up again. So this mindset, people join the military because it was your last option, or you didn't know what to do, or you're trying to, skip a bad option.
Or patriotism, or you want to be there.
Some people, if you were like second or third generation, right? Or if, I know an example, there's an HM2 that was in my command, and he's Haitian descent, and he said he saw a nurse helping, people after the hurricane. That inspired him. He wanted to be a nurse. Now he's going to be a nurse. I just learned that story during DRB from a mass chief who talked about that. Some people did not join for that. My friend Callie McCarr, CMC, she said, I didn't choose an oath when I enlisted. I choose a way out from a bad situation. And then the long I was in uniform, I picked up this oath, and I really do am prepared to die and do the things that we talk about all the time.
Yeah. And I know we were talking about morale, but I do think, I do think that morale is somewhere interconnected with sense of purpose.
It is, by definition, it is, though.
Yeah. And I think sense of purpose is interconnected with understanding what you got yourself into, right? In the most disarming way kind of possible, right? Because that helps you with your sense of purpose. So that's one way. I mean, we could probably stay there forever and talk about morale and things like that, but that's one way. But another morale thing, or kind of to keep in that conversation, is this whole conversation about Wi-Fi on ships. Saw this on Navy Times, so take it with a grain of salt. And my favorite, journalist on there, Sarah Sakara, she's not there no more. And we were supposed to get on a pod. I don't know what happened. So this is like Hope Hedgesek who wrote this. Hope Hodgesek who wrote this. It says, is carrier Wi-Fi distracting sailors? Jet mishap probe raises concerns. And I'm not going to read this whole thing, but it's talking about the Truman's loss of Super Hornets and collisions with merchant vessels and 4 separate mishaps on his last deployment to the Middle East, right? Now I'm going to read, it says, buried in one of the reports is another concern that the arrival of readily accessible Wi-Fi onboard ships is reducing crews' commitment to professional excellence. The jet, there's a lack of motivation among the Truman arresting gear sailors to earn their qualifications, the investigation finds. Witnesses attributed this to lack of motivation to several factors. Among these, it adds, is the availability of Wi-Fi on the carrier. It says, many sailors spend their downtime on their phones rather than studying for qualifications, the report notes. Later in the investigation, it raises the issue of Wi-Fi-driven distractions again. Sailors struggled to stand UI periods to earn higher qualifications due to lack of personnel to man watch stations during flight ops. Sailors did not take the initiative to earn quals outside of their shift due to a lack of a comprehensive training plan, lack of a DINK list, low motivation, and Wi-Fi availability. Wi-Fi on board carriers, a new development in recent years made possible in part of Starlink. And then it got some people talking, like Captain Chowder from the Ike said, like, if you're a sailor, you're having a bad day, you don't always want to go to your chain of command. You go to external network support, your mom, your dad. So kind of having sailors having a way to tap back in. I was watching retired Captain John Cordell say something about it's some of the sleep assist like apps and programs that run off of Wi-Fi. So other benefits for Wi-Fi. But I was just interested in, y'all's thoughts on this report. Is it any validity to it? Pros, cons, whatever.
For me, I think that we look into it because shit happened, bro. Right? We have to try to find something to point, something to dig into. But I just came off of K.R.I.T and they had Wi-Fi and we wasn't having none of these issues, right? But it's a couple things in this article do stand out, man. And what you mentioned earlier, sailors struggle, to stay in the UI watches, man, to earn higher qualification. Is that really a Wi-Fi thing? Is that kind of leadership things? That kind of what we really talking about when we say that, right? Like it's qualification due to lack of personnel and man watch standing doing flight operations. Like, is that because of Manning? Is that because of what? I didn't kind of understand that a little bit.
I can tell you what they saying. They saying that on your time off, where you would have normally been, like where you, Damon, would have been like working on your qual on your time off, sellers are not. They on Wi-Fi somewhere. That's what that blurb was saying.
Yes. So with that being said, even with my time off and I'm studying for a qualification, I'm not going to use all of my time to study for this qualification, right? So what I'm saying is that if we're holding sailors accountable for those qualifications, I think they're going to work harder at those qualifications. You got dink study hours. You got all type of stuff that can happen that can go down the line. You got EMI. It's a lot of things they can get, right? I feel like we're not holding them accountable. That's why that statement is in there, right? I feel like it's an accountability piece there, right? Because, we got Wi-Fi on board. Yeah, sailors going to go. They're going to check their Wi-Fi. They're going to go on there, right? But if I tell you, all right, motherfucker, if you don't get this qualification, X, Y, and Z, I think people going to, think differently. I don't know. It said multiple individuals at all levels of leadership were complicit in allowing this to happen. The maintenance program to degrade. That's what we should be at. You know what I mean? It's multiple layers to this, but we are pointing at the Wi-Fi a little bit, but it's multiple layers of failure here, right? And I understand this is a article, and it did say it was buried in there, but at the same time, it's a lot more layers to this demo that I think that's happening with this.
Yeah, I think you hit it. Hey, the accountability piece, dink study. Hey, if you don't do this, you will not be going on leave. Or, hey, you think you're applying for TA. Well, you're not going to get TA. I'm eligible. Yeah, but I'm not approving you for it because you can't even get your basic qualifications. Right? But if I read the article, if I remember correctly, they said they talked to, so it was a V2, they talked to the wrestling gear, RA cats, RA all day, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, being on 2 carriers, I ain't never seen a bunch of happy-go-lucky green shirts, ever, with full manning. The cats they're gonna look a little pissy.
They get it in, too.
They get it in. It's a little fanfare, right? But then I could have had this same argument with Airman Paul back in 2003. Hey man, don't be playing Madden when you got to get your freaking your fuel filter qualification. God's purple shirt, right? It's the same argument. It's not fun. Getting qualifications is not fun. It's a requirement. If you gave a sailor a choice between playing 2K, Call of Duty, or doing a watch qualification, what do you think they're going to pick?
I don't know.
They can have on the sticks.
Yeah, so I got a man. Damn, this might be a first for me. I'm devil's advocate a little bit here. I think it's arguing two generalizations against each other. I think we generalize in two different things. I think the article generalized something, but I think in response we're also generalizing something. So one of the things I want to, and I love this because I get what y'all saying. Y'all it's like they said the TV was the worst thing that happened. Then they said the internet was the worst thing. Then they said the cell phones was I get it. Y'all are y'all also saying that Wi-Fi does not have any negative impacts at all?
Well, yes. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, it does. It does because for me, just coming off with Carrier, they all in the fucking P-Ways. That's a negative for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the P-Ways and shit like that, trying to move people around, that's a negative. But I don't know if it's a negative when it comes to having it though. Like I think it outweighs it, Dumbo. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
I think it outweighs it.
I think you should have Wi-Fi, but one of the things I didn't hear you mention, Damon, was, and I said, like I said, it's two generalizations. So that's what kind of the conversation is right now. Okay. I didn't hear initiative, right? So I heard like, hey, if somebody not, like, I'm going to talk about myself for a second. It was times that I was in my rack with index cards, books, tech manuals, studying before I turned that light switch off on my rack. It was times that I was in my shop. You know, I watch movies. I'm not going to act like I ain't do all that shit too. But it was times that I took my own time out to like open. And I used to write music. So a lot of my off time was writing music and like all that shit as a junior seller. But it was also times that I locked in and I studied. And like nobody had to I didn't want to go on a dink list. Like nobody had to say, yo, Damo, it's time for you to get this qual. So here, go on a dink list so you could get the qual. The way I heard it right here, and I know it's not how you said it, but I want you to, reaffirm it. The way I heard it was like, yeah, we got these dink lists and all that stuff. It's like, what about personal initiative to do shit on your own? Is that impacted at all? You know what I mean? And I don't know. That's why I said I think it's generalization versus generalization. The article generalized, but the article is coming off of investigation, right? So somehow in this investigation, it came up that some Wi-Fi, like motherfuckers like, yo, I'm not qualified. I'm about to go use Wi-Fi. Damon, you're right. Like, all right, well, let's get these people on Dink Study, boom, boom, boom. I just, my thing is just the personal initiative point.
Yeah, Damo, you make a great point, man. Like, you're right. I mean, I had that type of initiative too, man. Like, I wanted to get shit done. I wanted to get my quals. I wanted to get this. Another piece to this, though, and I don't know if it's a carrier thing or not, man, but I know one thing that was alarming to me when I got on board the carrier, and I'm not trying to shoot jabs or anything like that, but I remember asking about poems. You know what I mean?
That's a standard, though. You're supposed to have
standard,
those.
right? You're supposed to have them. They supposed to be signing stuff initial and all that for quals and shit. Yeah. I remember having to like, hey, what about the poems? You know what I mean? Yeah. Are they doing this stuff, right? Now, I'm not saying that's what happened here or not, but what I'm saying is sometimes it's a lack of something and we have to come on and hey, what about this and what about that? Because we get so caught up in other things that we forget about the basics. And poems to us is the basics. That's how we hold. That's how we, when it comes to training
the peer
programs.
pressure piece is what got me qualified. And I saw that across the board coming through the ranks. It's like, hey, y'all gonna stay poor and starving until we got qualified and proficient people. Yeah. That was peer pressure. Or you saw in every office, you had the PQS qualifiers, the PQS, the progress. You go in there, you coming off watch, you try to check your email, and I'm tired, man. And then you look at that board, you're like, hold up, man. Diaz has been here about 8 months, he ain't qualified yet? Oh, no, get him out his rack, man. Hell no, man. Get his ass up.
That recognition board. Hey,
yeah, like that was peer pressure for quals. But.
Yeah, man. Everybody can see it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think another piece I wanted to speak to is like trying to meet people where they are. If we saying that it's a generation that's using Wi-Fi and the internet, and it ain't just a generation, it's all of us. All of us.
Yeah,
I'll be watching 75-year-old women, at church. They got the Bible app down on their phone. They in their phone all day just like everybody else. So it ain't just, it's us. And I would even venture to say that when we got Wi-Fi on the DDG that we were on, I would venture to say behaviors changed. People's daily schedules changed. Like, they had to turn off the Wi-Fi when it wasn't meal hours. That's also a thing. Like they had to turn, like the mess, like we less talking to each other, we more so. So now at lunchtime, and I'm in a small mess, and I was talking to somebody about the advantages of a bigger mess. Because at lunchtime now, your program fucked up, you could get like the senior chief will give you shit about your program, and like it's just this camaraderie group of people. But when that Wi-Fi came on, it changed a little bit. You know what I mean? Like everybody was in on their phones, whether they FaceTime their wives, boom, boom, boom. So even some of the essential just networking and team building aspects of just being inside the mess changed when we had Wi-Fi at lunch, right? It took away some of those natural opportunities that we would have had to like talk shit about each other that made us better or whatever like that, right?
That need a friction point.
Yeah, so Wi-Fi did, in my opinion, it did that. And then like for me, somebody like me, a recluse dude, I found a spot in the Lowe's Center right next to the mess. So I wasn't even in the mess with nobody. I'd be in the Lowe's Center on my Wi-Fi, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody really know about that. If you want to Peralta to that Lowe's Center right by the mess, if you need Wi-Fi and privacy, go there. You know what I mean? But what I mean by meeting people where they at is these tech manuals, and I don't know, man. We gotta find a way to modernize learning. This is my opinion. It's just me, Damo, and I continue to say it. I'm gonna die on this hill. We have to find a way to modernize learning. The craziest thing, when I was young and we used to do the bibs and the topics and subtopics, the bibs, right? When we were younger, the bibs had hyperlinks. You look at the bib, you click the hyperlink, and it takes you to the reference. Now, to my knowledge, they don't have hyperlinks anymore. Like you can't just click and go to your reference. Like you got to copy it, put it in a search bar, whatever like that. To my knowledge, I could be wrong. But like, why would we regress, you know, in that? So I think I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Just meeting people where they are, like finding new ways to, everything can't keep being right?
Yeah. But all that stuff is still at your fingertips though, right? Your tech manuals, your all your stuff, you can either have it at your fingertips or you can put it at your fingertips, right? You can put it on your phone.
Ain't nobody putting it though. I think that's
some people do it. I've seen cats walk around.
I'm generalizing
with their tablet. Yeah, their tablet, and they've taken the effort to take every asset that's made available or made something study on their iPad.
It ain't as popular, It ain't the most popular thing in the world. Like I sit in rooms and I ask 40 sellers in the room, like, who follows my Navy HR on Instagram? No hands raised. Like not one hand is raised.
But that's constant, man. Once again, I think this conversation was had 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It just had a different format. I think it's more pronounced because of social media and everything getting in our face.
Yeah, but how are we meeting people? Like how? That's what I'm asking. Like, how are we? Like you could go on YouTube if you want to be an auto mechanic, right? You could go on YouTube. You could go on YouTube University and learn how to be an auto mechanic right now. If you do, right? If you come across an issue, you could go on YouTube and figure out how to fix that issue right now in this moment. In the Navy, if you got an issue, I just saw it on Facebook. A dude put something in a Facebook group and they gave him shit about like the way he worded it instead of just giving them the information. Like, is that your fingertip? But like, what do we have? Like, I'm an electrician.
We have a lot.
I'm an electrician, right? We got the NEATS modules. No, I'm sorry. But we got the NEATS modules. But the whoever started them, it was an independent dude, like some dude who just was like, I think it would be cool to put the NEATS modules on YouTube. Just an independent dude, where it should be, the NEATS module should at this point be a military group paying and putting this shit up there so like other like military members could use it. And maybe not YouTube, but maybe some learning platform where we have this training. Instead, it was a dude like, hey, I'm going to just do the NEATS modules. And he stopped at like number 8. Like he couldn't do all 21 or 31 of them because it probably just took too much time. So my question is, like, where do we have things like that?
Man, they are everywhere. The reason why it's not being maximized, man. Okay, so you said about going to My Navy HR, right? Yeah. All the links are there. It's broken down. It's not perfect, but they are vigilant and trying to keep it up to date and like user friendly. And the apps, we talk about the apps being cheap, but they're trying to make the apps. I'm gonna call Courtney. Courtney says the Amazon generation. Yeah. I want it now. I want it beamed into my head. No one wants to do the effort. It's the same argument once again from 10 years ago. Yeah. It's just more pronounced. If you give people the stuff, yo, I'm hungry. Yo, here's the food. Here's the recipe. Here's the YouTube tutorial. Here's an air fryer.
Yeah.
Here, man, I'm so hungry. I just gave you everything you need to make a meal. You talking about you hungry?
Yeah. So we talk about meeting people where they at though, right? So my question is,
sometimes you gotta leave them when you find them.
Okay, got you. So my question, I got you. But my question is, these things exist, right? Now, how do we get people to consume them? Right. So, when I was young and I might have had a question about the 43 Papa One or some shit like that, somebody pulled the 43 Papa One out, slammed it on the desk in front of me and said, here it is. Right. Or like a tech manual or something. Somebody, boom, this is that. This is the thing. Right. Outside of like the shit like cheat sheets and like how to easily pass a test or some shit like that. Like, how do we get people to see these things that are available? Like we were going to have a topic about how the commissary is delivering food. We're not going to talk about that, right? But I don't think everybody know that shit. Like how are we getting people to see that this shit is available?
I got a very cynical asshole answer, but Damon, I'll defer to you, man.
Well, I mean, I think Dumbo that I think it was one of the I think we just got to get rid of all the red tape, man. I think we talked about this. I don't know if it was the CNO or whoever, man. Like, we do have to adapt more. We got to adapt, right, a little bit more, right? We got to put it at their fingertips because now you know why we got to put it at their fingertips, Dumbo, because it's not happening.
Yeah.
Right. That's the biggest thing. Right. And Aaron, why you dropping your head? Let me say this.
Guess Aaron saying it's happening.
Aaron, let me say this though. If it's not, we in an organization, if things are not happening, it's a problem. Right. If it's not happening. So what are we going to, I think what Dumbo getting at too is, okay, yeah, we got some stuff they can go look up. It's in their phone. They got to go look it up, but they're not doing it. Right. So now what we going to do? That's where we at right now. So now what are we going to do, right? And I think that's the adapting part of the military. Now we got to come up with something, right, to make sure that the information is getting out to sailors and they doing the right thing by that information, right? So to me, Dumbo brought up a couple good points about this person trying to build this and build that or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But I don't think it's that easy either, though. I don't think it's that easy. It's going to take some initiative. It's going to take some stuff from the individual too, right? When it to freaking make some of this stuff happen. But now, if I come up and say it's happening, nah, it ain't happening though, bro.
Put like what cyber awareness, right? Cyber awareness. Put Taylor Swift on that training, bro. I bet you people watch the fucking cyber awareness training just to see Taylor Swift talk about cyber awareness for 25 minutes.
Oh shit, Aaron, you okay, man?
There's people listening, Aaron. They can't hear you paused.
All right, so what you said, Damon? You said, Donald. That's what leaders say. Right? What's that old saying? Ain't no bad students, just bad teachers. Like, if they ain't getting it, it's on the teacher, the instructor to help them get it. But damn it, it's like you gotta drag them kicking and screaming. And if you're a leader, that is your job. You can't lead a horse to water. I'll make them drink and I'll drown them. But damn it, it is not our job to help someone negotiate with common damn sense. How many ways? Okay, so perfect example, self-awareness, right?
You just kind of said it was, bro. You just kind of like for joining.
Let me say this. For example, it's self-awareness, right? You said put Taylor Swift on there. Hey, we don't want to do NKOs. We want or whatever. We want e-learning. We want to look. Just tell us what it is, and we sign the mustard sheet, and then we'll upload it in Fleet Temps. Got it. Hey, here are 5 opportunities by department to go and sit your ass down and get your cyber awareness training complete and logged. And you still have people who will miss all 5. Why is that? Human conditioning. Some people is a thing. Well, I don't like this thing where we think like, oh man, everybody's great. Like, no, Motherfuckers, if you tell somebody, yo, man, I'm going to give you 5 days off. Somebody, why can't it be 6? You know, it's just,
right. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, like, I'm not in the business of begging someone to do something. I will exhaust all means. Ain't going to beg. I'll plead. I'll emphasize. Some people need to fail.
Yeah.
Just, why am I begging you to do something that's required of you?
Yeah, but if we saying that on people's off time, they aren't, like, the conversation is about people not having personal initiative on their off time to learn, right? The way it used to work for me was I would go into my shop. Hey, Aaron, you ain't got to wait for me to stop talking. If you got a point, you could just come in, bro.
Make time. There ain't never enough time. Y'all both are snipes. Y'all don't have, y'all people had no time. You will make the time. Period.
The point that's being made in the article is that on the time that people would make, they on their phones, on Wi-Fi.
Okay, and then 10, 20 years ago, they'll be on their PlayStation, their PS2.
Yeah, but I'm in a shop around a bunch of fucking books, bro. Like, so when everybody leave, right, in my shop as an EM3, when everybody leave, I could just go right in the overhead and pull a fucking tech manual out. And
could, should, probably, possibly. They ain't.
And I did. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, how are we, if somebody on their phone all day, right? What are we putting on the phone to give somebody that's the point that they're making. I'm not making that point. The point the article's making is somebody on their phone all day.
It's enough there. They're going to do it. Okay, you did that, right? You did that?
Yes.
Okay, you made first class in how many years?
5.
Okay, 5 years.
Yes.
And then you made chief in how many years?
Like, I think 10, like 9 years.
Got it. Now, right now, you are at terminal pay grade. You made it how many years in?
17.
17. Okay? Exception.
Yeah,
doing extraordinary stuff.
And I wouldn't have been in any, like, if this article was made 20 years ago about too much, like, TV, I wouldn't have, I was the exception to them rules because I had personal initiative.
To quote, it pays to be a cleaner, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's the incentive.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I don't like these rules. Do what you got to do to be qualified, to be in the room to talk and to get ranked. And then you could have a word in the policy and making some of the rules. Unless you're prepared to do that, then shut the fuck up. The resources are there. Yeah,
but the investigation is citing, unless you're just saying the investigation is bullshit. But the investigation.
Yes, I am. I'm saying the investigation is bullshit because the investigation is not saying, it's not based in reality. It's the Truman, a carrier. What was the op tempo?
The investigation is citing dinks and low quals. Dinks.
What was the op tempo?
I don't know. like I don't know, man.
They was turning and burning. Hey, we should holler at Quan and me and him should try to get in contact with Samira and be like, yo, y'all was going. It was humping. It was working.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. I mean,
they contribute. They ain't talking about that.
And it's only
they cried. They the jet. They was fucking tired. How about that?
Yeah, it's only but so much you could do with dinks. You can't dink study somebody all night.
They gotta sleep. Yes. Like, guys can miss me. I'm not knocking their journalistic integrity, but man, you're not based in full reality. They got some Thanos stones and reality could be whatever I want. Get the fuck out of there, man.
Right. I mean, I think all points kind of matter. And I think I don't think nobody said was like not true based on like different observations.
Yeah. And once again, I am not questioning in journalistic integrity at all.
I'm talking about just between us. I'm talking about just between us. I agree. Like some of what we talking about is just different views over the years, like from what we've seen. So all of this is anecdotal. I have seen sellers with initiative that none of this shit matters. Like the Wi-Fi, none of that shit matters. Like, cause they have initiative, they gonna do what they gotta do. I've seen it the other way too. And when people starting to look up for like data-driven information, they gonna pull the Wi-Fi as a data-driven point because it's something that they could put their finger on. You know, so I have seen that. Again, like I said, this podcast is an exploration of thought, and that's all we are doing is thinking. I see ways that Wi-Fi could have some impacts that's not the greatest. But I also see ways that Wi-Fi could have some impacts. That
your reference with the mess and the engagement, I didn't think about it like that. That's spot on as far as you're supposed to be in. The point of a common mess is to break bread, talk, and hash things out. And if Wi-Fi is a contributing factor to stopping that, which is a core thing of the Chiefs mess, that is a big issue.
Yeah. I mean, I would argue that the Chiefs mess is a microscopic viewpoint of what it could do to a ship, but
way no different than everybody else. It's a higher level of responsibility.
I tell you one thing, Dumbo and Aaron, that I like about having that Wi-Fi on board the ship. If I wanted information to get it out quickly, for whatever reason it be, we all had these chats. We all had all this stuff. They getting this information at their fingertips from me, like right then and there. If I need to know this and that, I can just put it in there. Boom, everybody has it. I can go, if something drop on my account or whatever, man, I can take a picture of that shit just to make sure everybody gets it. Bam, it's there. So it's most definitely some benefits of it. And that's kind of how one way I adapted it. If I want somebody to learn, I can hyperlink it into the chat. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. So from a leadership standpoint, I love that part of it too.
Yeah,
I think the families need to get a bigger imprint, because how many mothers and fathers are able, and grandparents, we got grandparents to serve, are able to connect and touch base back home and to settle some things out. So keep the Wi-Fi on, think about the families.
Yeah, I've seen COs, XOs, CMCs do like virtual all hands, like videos weekly, like, you know, like, and them shit's dope. Like, I think like that's a good usage of using technology to, you know, make things better. It was a McPon, last McPon, he did a AMA on Reddit a while ago. And like one of the lessons learned, I believe, if I remember right, or one of the things that people had a critique about was, I think it was a lesson learned from his camp, if I remember right, maybe I'm wrong. But it was like, hey, if they wish they could have had it on video. You know, because the questions were coming in fast and all of that. Like they could have, if they would have had him up on video, you could have saw the question and he would have been able to answer it. So I think taking those strides and doing more, I honestly think more visual content is better. That's my thought. Like just more and more visual content. It's just better. You know?
I 100%. I'm agreeing with that, Dumbo, because how people talk to, man, like they don't want to say nothing when you stand in front of the CO and XO. But boy, behind that virtual, behind that thing, they will type questions in all fucking day, you know, about what they really think and stuff like that. So I do agree with the virtual. I never thought about it like that though.
Yeah, and my Taylor Swift point was a grenade because I wanted to get. We needed that, you know what I mean? So it was between Bad Bunny and Taylor, you know. So I chose Taylor over Bad Bunny, you know what I mean?
Did you see Aaron's face when you said that?
That's how you got it. You have to know. You got to know how to do it. You know, I was holding on to that for like 5 minutes. But let's talk more about technology, right, Aaron? You got this.
I know you want to bring in topics, right? So you got the new AI. Was it GenAI.mil rolled out? Secretary Hegseth, he rolled out, has social media rolled out about the new AI that, as I read it, I think has elements of the Google AI. Was it Google? What's Google's one? Yeah, Gemini. But you know, people's like, yo, man, I guess Skynet is online official now. Terminator 2, last days. Mm-hmm. And somebody kind of tried to be funny, and they talked about some of the current discussions about Southcom and operations, and the AI gave a response that was pretty jarring. I'll leave that out there.
Yeah, and that was Aaron's corner. We move on from that.
Yo, fuck it. Hey, man. So they put it in AI. Well, they said,
I saw this.
Let's pretend I'm a commander and order a pilot to shoot a missile at a boat. And then the AI gave it an answer.
Yeah.
And the answer was notable there.
Yeah.
This concludes Aaron's part of Aaron's corner.
Let's get that.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Dumbo, let's jump into these birthdays, Dumbo. Let's go into these birthdays.
Well, I'll talk mine first, and then we had two. Mine was Sunday, and then my daughter's was Thursday, but my dad's was Friday. So my dad was Friday, I was Sunday, my daughter was Thursday, my mother-in-law was Friday, and my aunt was yesterday.
Christmas, boy.
So man, that's a bunch of pressure on my wife. You know what I mean?
December is crazy.
Yeah, and it's more. So my aunt starts in Thanksgiving. One of my aunts started in Thanksgiving, and then it's like more between our friends and stuff in that week. But that week alone, my dad, me, my daughter, my mother-in-law, my aunt, and and my wife's cousin is the same day as my daughter, and she's here. She's in DC area like us. So it's six of us in that week alone. So we did some stuff. I took the week off, but Amari got sick on Wednesday, so everything changed after that. But we did ice at the Gaylord the convention center. We did like this event is like an ice thing. We went into this 8-degree room, and it was cold. You know what I mean? It was cold, but everything in there was ice. It was like a attraction with kind of like a bunch of different things, exhibits or whatever. Everything was ice. I went to the spa museum for the first time. I thought that was cool. They make you a spy. Like you go to the spa museum, you kind of sign up, you get this spy card, and you do through different events. You gotta kind of like pass these different spy kind of things, and when you finish, you get to see if you did good as a spy or not. I gained a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of knowledge in there, which me and Angeline started to kind of skip through because we was getting tired. You know, the museums, bro, they be big as hell sometimes. But I gained a lot of different knowledge and respect about spies, bro. It's a lot. All that stuff from like James Bond, like with audio devices being like inside Shia shoes, all that shit is like real, you know, like it all comes from a place. So I thought that was cool. Like I said, Amari, her birthday, Sesame Street vibes, and I appreciate, Ella sent something for her. I appreciate that. But she got sick though. She got sick on Wednesday, so she was sick on her birthday. She's still a little bit sick, and maybe it's because we took her in the 8-degree, ice exhibit, but I don't think so.
Hey, Demo, real quick, man. Like you referenced that, you said something about how tired you guys get, man. Man, that's a thing, bro. I go out now, man. Hey, look, you give me about 45 minutes out there, bro. Me and Ella looking at each other.
Bro, one thing. I'm good for one thing, bro. We went out yesterday.
Is that a social media? Is that a people battery or just...
Bro,
Angie, we're just being outside, leaving the house.
It's getting old, bro. Just getting older. I'm good for one thing. I want to go home, man. Especially the day before I got to go to work. I want to be in a house, bro. I'm good for the next couple things I'm about to talk about are all in the house activities. You know what I mean?
I'm struggling in the house with some activities, man.
Yeah, I mean, you single though. You know what I mean? It's different being single because you in a house. You know what I mean? Like you probably want to get out amongst friends. It's just a different energy. No, like not trying to be.
Not really.
Yeah.
Kind of people it out, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's like, bro, and I guess I could get into this before I get back into the other thing. Like, I went to the gym, and it's been a while. Like, it's been harder, especially with the week off, because Monday was a birthday thing, Tuesday was a birthday thing. Then Amari got sick, and then Thursday and Friday couldn't do nothing because I was with her all day because Angeline had to go back to work. So Saturday, I went to the gym, and with the way my introversion works is I hate bad gym etiquette. I don't know. And what I consider to be bad gym etiquette is when people, so let me get into my bad gym etiquette. First off, like my bad gym etiquette one, I like an empty gym, right? I be trying to go to the gym at like fucking 4 a.m, bro. It ain't nobody there just so it could be empty. Cause I want to move around. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I want to use this machine and leave it, come back, do this, It's been a time, bro, like when I was working on a flat in the incline, where I would use 2 benches. I don't want to have to adjust the bench. I just use the bench right next to it. You know what I mean? So like, so the gym etiquette that be bothering me is like, when people come and they use what you was using, bro. Like y'all using that, man. I'm still on that. You know what I mean? Or when people in the gym and they just sit on the bench. Like, and on their phone, it's like they revving up. And it's like, yo, I could have been done. I do 4 sets of 12 reps most of every workout. I could have been done all my shit. And you still just sitting on this. Now you messing my workout up. No locks on lockers. So then you gotta go deal or no deal the locker room. Like, is it here? Is it here? It's a hoodie. Like, yo, just put it. So I was in the gym the other day, room full of it's scarce, not really full. So a bunch of empty lockers, and I'm changing to leave. The locker that I'm using is open because I'm still getting my stuff out. A dude comes in the gym. He picks the locker right next to my locker, bro. Like right next to my locker. And then closes my locker. My locker. Yeah, he closes my locker. Now mind you, I'm not close to my locker. I'm a little far. I'm a little away. I like breathing room in the joint. So I'm a little away from my locker. I'm putting on like my shirt. I'm gonna go back to the locker and get my jacket. But my shit is in my locker and my locker is open. He closes the locker. And like
he tried to do you a favor or something?
I don't know.
He thought he was.
Then I'm bougie. Then I go just grab all my shit. I go there and get all this. I open up my locker, round all my below. He's oh my bad, man. I'm like, and that's just what I mean about people. I had a note in here that said, and I'm not Arnold or nothing like that, but I had a note that said the least fit someone is the worst their gym etiquette. But that's really what I think. Like the people that ain't in there every day, man, they just got real bad gym etiquette, bro.
I would think the reverse though.
Nah, man. To me,
I thought you got some gym snobs too.
Oh yeah, it goes again like this whole conversation that we had, all this whole everything we've talked about so far all day. It goes both ways. It could go either way. It's generalization versus generalization. But some of these people, and I'm talking Planet Fitness, bro. Some of these people don't know what the hell they doing in there, bro. They just come in there. What Bill Burr say that coming in there, they're using up all the machines.
In about 2 weeks, it's about to get crazy.
It's already starting. You like going early morning, you gotta flip it. You gotta go late night. Bro, so I went late before, and this was in the prime of my life. Somebody left a note on my damn car, man. One of the girls in the gym put a note on my car, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these was my single days, bro. She left a note on the windshield. She wrote me a ticket.
So you telling me to go late night?
Yeah, go late night.
I might go.
Yeah, but I was it was a different phase of life though, bro. I had the 8-pack.
Different phase of life?
Yeah, I had the 8-pack. It was different. She knew what she wanted. You know what I mean? But because my boy had insomnia. He had insomnia, so we would go late. But like, yeah, I like to get in there early, get my workout in, and get up out of there. But yeah, so I don't know how y'all are about that, but that's my intro. I don't, man. I hate bad gym etiquette. Last couple of things for me was, man, I've been holding off on this movie F1, right? F1 been available, and I usually buy movies, and I buy like the worst bullshit movies, bro. Like I would buy like the horror movie that is obscure that I would rent that and all that. But I've been seeing F1 forever. This Brad Pitt F1 racing movie, right?
You buying physical or you buying the digital library type stuff?
Well, I would rent. Let me say rent. The last movie I bought was one battle after another, digital, right? But I would rent movies, right? So even if it's 1999, like when it first released, ready to watch it, boom, like Weapons. I was waiting on Weapons. Weapons came out, boom, rented it. F1 been available to rent for like 4 months, 4 months. And I've been like, no, I'm gonna wait till it's free. I'm gonna wait till it's free. First movie I held out on, wait till it's free. As soon as first day it's free, I watched it. Loved it. Loved that shit.
I watched this morning too.
You watched it? Did you like it?
Yeah. I got like heavy feedback and thoughts on that movie. Yeah.
Bro, like the leadership lessons in that movie, it was a bit like some parts of the leadership shit was a little contradictory, a little bit, but the cleaner, like the shit we talk about, cleaners and all that, I saw that in there, especially like after the end, like, but the leadership lessons in there, and I'm gonna just go one thing about it. Like, did you see F1, Damon?
Nope.
Oh shit! All right, you need to watch it. But when he,
damn,
yeah. But when he showed up and he was now that Damon ain't see it, I don't want to get too deep into it.
No, go ahead, man. I still can watch it. Go ahead.
When he showed up and he was running alone, you know, that leadership aspect, that like he was running alone every day. Like he would run, or every time you see him, he would run alone.
Didn't ask somebody to run with him. He just did his thing and they gravitated towards him.
Then two people start running with him. The next thing you know, the whole, for me, it was, and I was talking to Angeline while I was watching it, because the movie's about like, kind of like I don't even want to call him like a pseudo has-been racer joining a racing team with like.
They said he was not a has-been. He was kind of like a never was because of what happened.
But he had just won the Daytona 500, but just not an F1. That's why I'm saying like pseudo. But so he just won a Daytona, then he go F1, and in F1 something happened to him before, so boom. So it's him, and then it's a young upstart like hotshot racer.
Yeah, Damson Idris character.
Yeah, who's also like into social media and public persona, and just he fly, man. He got the fly car, the house, he dressed nice, all that. Brad Pitt is like living out of a van, like he don't have nothing. Even like when they showed him like the difference between the way they work out. His shit all high tech. He got the gravity, anti-gravity.
They did the it's kind of like a remix on the Rocky IV montage. Mm-hmm. Rocky out there chopping wood, run through snow, right? And then you got Drago with the modern medicine, same thing. You got Brad Pitt running. He had 2 tennis balls, working on his like focus, throwing cards. And then Damson over there got a whole science team looking at it and stuff.
Yep. And it's just about like, man, it ain't on you, it's in you. But then it's like the leadership aspect of Brad in this movie, where in the very beginning, it was the young lady who was like she just kept making mistakes. And the way Damson responded to her was like, he perpetuated however she felt about herself. The way Brad Pitt responded to her was like, it empowered her to be better. And Angeline was talking to me about, she was like, yo, he's making her feel better about herself. Like I'm telling you, yo, this movie is really good.
He gave her a dad talk without giving a dad talk. He was like, the world's going to pile on you enough. Why do it to yourself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, man, look, I don't know what it is, man, but it seems like we can turn everything into a leadership thing.
No, I know.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I look for it, even when I'm watching stuff, man. It seems like I see stuff and say, oh shit, that was cool. I'm not just saying about what you're doing, but I think as we get older in the game, man, it's like, oh shit, man, that's a good point.
The way he shifted him into his mentality. He's like, yo, man, you came in last, man. What the hell you smiling for?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That too.
It's like,
yo, Damon, watch it. Run to watch this movie. To me, it's great. It's really, really good. From every aspect of it. From the technical aspect, like watching something that we don't always watch. Like just like my wife is not a F1 fan. She probably never saw a race. And by the last final, like, it's a sports movie. So by the final race, we into it. Like, yo, like what's going to happen? Like, it's just so much. It's a couple beats that you expect to happen. It's one of those movies. It's a good old American film.
It took they said the 90s, they kept saying, well, we're back in the 90s. And because in his heyday, Brad Pitt's character, he was like him in the early 90s. But I remember during the press, what they call the press junket, the tours for this movie, they were saying how it's a testament to how you don't have the A-list movie star pushing the Hollywood blockbuster, summer blockbuster no more. And I agree with that. Because now, like they say, like Marvel, hey, I went to see a Captain America movie. I didn't go to see a Chris Evans movie. And I think that's true. Even though Chris Evans and everybody who was part of those movies are great, they're not. This shows like this, and then the last Top Gun Maverick, it shows like the old guard knows how to market a movie, put themselves out there, merchandise it, right? That showed me it was an indictment on the streaming wars.
Yeah.
That's I went down a rabbit hole with this. I was like, yo, this shows like this really is a legit blockbuster movie. You don't mind paying the stupid exorbitant fees at the movies if you're going to see a legit blockbuster type movie.
There's only like 3 of them though. I think it's just 3 of them.
That's remaining left? That still got the pull?
Yeah. I think it's just 3 people.
Who would you call?
Tom Cruise.
Okay, so
Brad
Tom Cruise,
Pitt,
right?
And Leonardo DiCaprio. They the only 3 people that could sell a movie.
Leo's not a blockbuster movie. Leo that's a good, great like piece of cinema. But then you still pay for it. Yeah, I retract
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Leo's selling movies that are not action films. That's the point I'm making. Like Leo is pulling numbers. He pulling $100 million movies out of movies that shouldn't be $100 million.
Yeah, they say it's a Leo movie, a Brad Pitt movie, a Denzel movie.
Denzel can't sell every movie. Denzel can't sell every movie.
He's starting to water it down a little bit, Damon.
Yeah, now maybe, right? You talking about right now? I guess
in this moment, Denzel, he ain't.
Will Smith ain't pulling him neither.
Will Smith ain't doing it. Will Smith can't do it, man. like I'm telling you, I wish we had Denzel or Will Smith that could do. Denzel is close to doing it, but he can't. Like people not rushing to the movies just because Denzel in it. Like people will go see a movie because Leonardo DiCaprio's in it.
But they got actors now that could get that. They just not. Like I know, tell me wrong. I know you don't think Michael B. Jordan is a good actor, right?
I think he's a decent actor. I don't think he's amongst.
You don't think they running to see Michael B. Jordan?
I think he's working his way into the
because he got Sinners and he got this new Thomas Crown Affair remake coming out. That might be
you know. Yeah, I think Michael B. Jordan is like the new generation of somebody that's
possible
to sell a movie. There. Like he's working his way into that conversation to sell a movie. I think so. He got to do more without Ryan Coogler, but I think so.
Timothy Chalamet might try to be like Leo too, maybe.
But I think I put Brad Pitt. This is just my opinion. I think I put Brad Pitt in the Denzel thing though. I don't think Brad Pitt out there selling them like that either.
Nah, Brad Pitt sell a movie, bro.
Right now,
he ain't selling them, but his movies he does not pick trash roles. Even what's that last movie with the Bullet Train?
Bullet Train? Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I heard if you still watched it, it was good.
Yeah. What I mean by this, you got a point, Damon. I ain't gonna argue with that. But what I mean by this is like, if you put a cover on a movie, you could just put Brad Pitt on a cover. It's just Brad Pitt, and it could say Brad Pitt. This the name of the movie, and people will go if he cares enough to market this movie. Like, because F1, they cared about marketing F1. If he cares enough to market F1, people gonna go see it. I think that happens too. Like some people go get paychecks, some people, but if he cares enough to go market it ain't like Brad Pitt and Leo or whatever who also have a classic movie.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx has been grabbing some movies just to get a check, and he has the talent to be a big pull.
You think so?
Some of his Netflix joints.
Saying he got the talent to be a big pull.
What was that?
Saying he got the talent to be a big pull is crazy as hell, bro. But
that's a reach. That's a reach.
Calling it a reach is also crazy, but we can keep going though.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx should have sold a few movies. Man, I have a hard time with the Hollywood conversation, especially with us having a military audience and why, because it's other elements I think with the Hollywood conversation that I don't like. It's elements about the Hollywood conversation that I don't like. Like, yeah, Denzel should be a pull. Jamie Foxx should be a pull. Will Smith, well, he fucked up recently, but he slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Bruh, you got
That hurt him though. That did hurt him. That hurt him.
It did, but then you had Woody Allen marrying his daughter, his stepdaughter, and he's still making movies.
Yeah, but Woody Allen is a auteur or whatever. He's an artist, right? Like it's people. He has an audience. Will Smith had a massive audience, and he could sell box office movies. Woody Allen was never doing that.
What's crazy with Hollywood too is that they spit you out like balls, right? But like.
Boy, you are
crazy
boy.
today, man.
Nah.
Never shake his hand again. Shake his hand.
Right.
I'll shake the room before I shake his hand, bro. That's
shake,
just what it is.
You gonna shake the room? All right. Look at Nicolas Cage, John Travolta. They were in a space where they was draws.
Yeah.
And then now it's like they making these weird straight to direct Prime and Netflix movies. Like nobody watching them joints.
Well, John Travolta had, some personal issues.
Well, and, I don't know what it was. It just fell out to me.
No, he lost a kid.
Okay.
And Nicolas Cage, I don't know what happened to Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I mean, Nick.
After National Treasure trilogy, whatever, he just went away.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. You know who Nicolas Cage is, though?
As far as his
family?
person. Yeah, forgot the director.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Coppola, yes, that's his son or his nephew.
His nephew. Nicolas Cage's real name is Nicholas Coppola.
Coppola, yeah, he took the Cage joint based on Luke Cage, and yeah, it sound cool to him, yeah.
And he also didn't want to go off the Coppola family name, and so I think that's plays a part into just who Nicolas Cage is. And we had Johnny Depp, right? Johnny Depp fucking went through what he went through, and he can't. Johnny Depp could sell a movie. Like just putting him on a marquee, like Johnny Depp, he's selling a movie. So it's like,
I don't agree with that,
bro. He was there, bro. He was there when it was the 100 top. What? Yeah, he was there, bro.
He made the Pirates franchise. He made the Pirates
all right,
franchise.
Take away Johnny Depp from that franchise or any Tim Burton pairing, and what did he send on his own to make a drive movie?
What you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
All right, so the way that you pair Denzel with Spike.
Yeah.
You pair now is Coogler and Jordan.
Yeah.
There's a time where you have Tim Burton with Johnny Depp, and I forgot a girl's name.
His wife?
No, not his wife.
She was his wife. She was Tim Burton's wife.
You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I'm talking about, yes. Right? You got certain people who like they are a vehicle to themselves. But I'm saying that Denzel still is able to have movies away from Spike.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp outside of Tim Burton and the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. When was he driving some crazy movies?
But most of his movies are with Tim Burton.
I could think of Blow and what else?
And
that was a big movie for Johnny Depp.
What I'm saying is most of his so you know Johnny Depp, like his history, like where he came
like
from,
his filmography and everything.
Yeah, like
he's 21 Jump Street. Then he started making movies. That's what I know.
21 Jump Street. He was running away from fame, right? He didn't want to be famous. Like he didn't want to have nothing to do with that shit. So he kind of always had that in him. So his big, like kind of like where he became the blockbuster guy was Pirates. And then from Pirates on, I mean, he could do no wrong, but most of those movies are Tim Burton.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands was the biggest thing in the 90s.
Yeah, but Edward Scissorhands, like Pirates trumps Edward Scissorhands culturally.
Yeah, head and shoulders. They got amusement rides and all that stuff.
Yeah, Jack Sparrow. So, but most of his movies are with Tim Burton. Like they are with Tim Burton. So I can't even. Like he had a movie called Finding Neverland that was amazing, right? But a lot of his hits are with like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's Tim Burton. Corpse Bride. Rango. He did Rango, right? Rango was a hit. You know what I mean? Like he was able to have. He did Public Enemies, right? He did Black Mass.
Those were good. Public Enemies was good. It wasn't like, oh snap.
I'm talking about the fact that he was in it is what people went to go see. I'm not saying he's the greatest actor. I'm saying that he was a draw at one point. Like Johnny Depp was a draw. You put Johnny Depp name on something, people was gonna go see it at one point.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh,
Who we got next?
Welcome to Derry.
Welcome to Derry. I ain't watched that. I heard about it. I heard it's a lot of. I heard what's the actor? Because his brother and his dad is a family. What's the dude who's Pennywise?
Skarsgård. His last name is Skarsgård. His name is Bill Skarsgård. His brother was the boy from True Blood. His brother, the dude from True Blood.
In the Northman, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But he's the other guy. The other Skarsgård.
I heard him, his stock was going up with this. And they say Derrywood is like a lot of like that the storyline ain't just about the horror. It's like some cultural commentary kind of like subplots in there with the town.
Welcome to Derry, the best show on TV right now.
Facts.
Damn.
Facts.
You watching that, Damon?
Yeah.
I might need to hop on it.
Today.
Shut up, man. Come on, man. God damn it.
It comes out. Today is another episode, man. I'm on it.
Come on, man. What are we doing, man?
You on it, Aaron. You having a day, Aaron. You having a day.
Y'all give me Mano treatment like y'all Jim Jones and y'all Davies. Yeah, what to him? It's like on Mrs. The Glass looking down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mano is wild for that. But House of Derry. And this is what I say about House of Derry. When I started watching it, I turned the shit off. And like the first 10 minutes, it was like the CGI baby and the car thing. And I'm like, this is corny. I don't like this. And I turned it off. I wound up being a little interested in the kids. So I'm like, man, let me see how this shit ended. Even though I didn't like the CGI. And there's still parts about, it's like the pickle jar. It's still things in some CGI stuff that I just don't like. I think is too much CGI. But the story, the story, the acting, and what they do, they body in that shit. And HBO do it always. I think it's an HBO thing, whereas like they test your patience. Like episode 1 and 2, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like HBO would do that. They would test your patience, and then like if you stay, you win. If you stay, it's good, bro. Like I watched the last. Every episode of this show to me has been better than the last. With the last episode being the best of the series so far, the season. So I'm expecting this one that's dropping tonight to be crazy. And then it ain't only good TV now. The Stephen King lore is social, because now you got to be impactful on social media. So luckily, like It and the It lore has legs, right? So if you go on Twitter or anywhere, TikTok is people talking about maturing, like the turtle that is not even around yet, how this story is connected to The Shining, and how like it's just so much more.
I didn't know it was a whole universe. I thought it's all independent, individual movies.
Hey, Dumbo, speaking of The Shining thing, man, my daughter, me and her FaceTiming. She's watching it. She's bring up The Shining. I'm like, hey, Shining ain't got shit to do with this. What are you talking about? These are all totally different, blah, 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 blah. And now I'm finding more and out that it is a connection to The Shining.
Yeah, the Dark Tower's in there. Shawshank, they bring up Shawshank Prison in there. It's just a whole bunch of...
Dark Tower is linked into this?
The Dark Tower plays a major role into like the It universe. Same universe. So Dark Tower, same universe. I think what they did with It is much more impactful than both those movies. Just what Pennywise, and they get into Pennywise's origins, like every aspect of the origins, like where Pennywise comes from, period, which was in the book. They dig into other things from the book about where Pennywise got his identity, the identity that Pennywise uses, that It uses, where It got the Pennywise identity from. They get into like all like, but it also pays off if you dig into the lore. Like if you go and learn more and more about that universe, because then you understand the dead lights. Like when he opened his mouth, really, and you see the 3 lights, like what the dead lights mean and what they do to people. So after you watch the show, you like, man, he just did the dead light shit. And then you're like, what is that? Then you go on YouTube or something. It's a million people talking about like, hey, this what this means, this what that means, this what that means. I was about to download the book, but the book is 44 hours long. The audio book, 44 hours long. That's a long ass audio book. You know what I mean? So we know the movies never really did the book as much justice, but this show, man, is getting into it, bro.
Yeah.
Getting
I'm
into
glad
it.
you said that, Dumbo. I'm finna go Google that shit now, man. Because I was wondering the same thing. What was it? The Dead Eye thing? What that was about? But now I'm gonna Google it now.
Oh yeah, the Dead Light. Yeah, bro. Yeah, go.
Dead Light. Yeah.
Yeah, go look into it, bro. It's a lot when it comes to that. Like Dead Lights is his actual identity, but it's also like, what do the Dead Lights do to people? Because you just saw the last episode.
Yeah.
It's a lot with it, bro. So, and I'm glad we get to see a show unfold in this kind of way, where it's way more lore, because I think that's what's driving the show. I think the shit that people do when they turn it. Remember, Game of Thrones was like that. When Game of Thrones was out, it was like the reaction videos and the way people was responding to Game of Thrones on the internet was like, damn, I gotta see the Red Wedding. I remember as a time we was on a ship together. It's like, yo, don't watch the finale. Don't watch this episode if I'm in a mess. You know what I mean? Like right now, don't turn it on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or let us know when it's on. Like it was a cultural phenomenon. I don't think the House of Derry is there yet, but it's grown. It's getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should watch it, Aaron. Have some patience. Get through the first couple episodes. I'm telling you, every
I know
episode.
my daughter come home next week. She's definitely gonna be like, she's a big rewatcher of anything. She's like, let's watch this, Dad. Like, she'll make me watch. I'm like, oh, God, all right, cool. So I'm probably on the couch watching with her.
Yeah.
It's good. No doubt.
Yeah. Y'all want to talk a little bit about music?
Yeah, man. So the Nas and DJ Premier collaboration album came out, and I was looking forward to that. I was driving to a ceremony with Day 4 yesterday. I was like, all right, bet I'm gonna go ahead and really listen to this album. On a first listen, Premier is like my top 3 producer. Nas is top 3 for me all the time, and people been clamoring for them to have like an album together. And the first listen, I was not impressed. So I called Damo. I was like, yo, man, I ain't trying to be typical cynic, but the first like his last 6 albums, it just ain't hitting, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you was like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a chance lyrically, yeah, but the consensus from a lot of people is like, it's the same thing. Nas is there, but the production wasn't. So people are blaming, is that a Nas issue picking the beats, or is that just them collaboratively not picking? What are your thoughts, man? Did you get a second listen of it? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I can't say I listened to it full through on the second listen because I wanted to get to a little bit of Conway and some of 21 Savage, but I did start at. So I did go back and I started at Bouquet. So the last 4 songs I listened to, from Bouquet to Junkie to Shine Together to Third Childhood. And I didn't, so when I listened to it before, I kind of stopped at Bouquet because it was like, I listened to it at 12 and then, so I kind of stopped at Bouquet. From Bouquet now, I like what I heard. You know what I mean? Now, this has been an album that people been calling me about. You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, like, what's going on? What you think? I think some of them early tracks really mess it up. But I got to go back through it. One of the things I told you that I appreciated about it when we first started was, before we get, Damon, did you hear this album?
No.
All right. One of the things I told you when we first started, Aaron, was that every song had a concept. I think, so there's a couple of things about this. Every song has something. Like it's not like a Wayne album. No disrespect to Wayne, Damon, but it's not like a Wayne album where like he just rapping, and like every song is about something. So it's a song on here, Bouquet, for instance, it's about all the ladies in hip hop. Right. And that's what kind of drew me back to the song, because all the ladies in hip hop are like giving Nas his flowers for giving them their flowers. So I'm like, man, let me listen to Bouquet, because I didn't hear none of that when I first heard. I turned it off by then. So his right after Bouquet is Junkie, about how, Nas was comparing like being a hip hop head to being a junkie, which it's not the first time that's been done. It's a song on there called Sons about just having boys. It's a song on there called Writers about people that did graffiti. So this is very much a love letter to hip hop, and very much a love letter to New York, and very much the best way for him to cap off the whole campaign they did this year with bringing all the old school rappers. But it's just a fitting project for all of that. So I think conceptually, Nas and DJ Premier made the album that they wanted to make. What bothered me about this is that Premier did the Rock Marciano album this year. He did the Ransom album this year. And the beats on that album, I favor way more than the beats on this Nas album off the first listen. But I got to go back and keep listening and listening and listening. I got some issues with Nas's current rapping, but that's personal. That's personal issues. Like, I used to hear shit from Nas, like second album Nas that just was like Nas is like, for instance, that Freedom of Jail, like clips inserted, babies being born same time, man. Like the way he was doing all that was man, you just watching a master at work. This a little different. It's an older Nas, you know. It's like he's like the old warrior, you know what I mean? It's an older.
Yeah, but at least his content is, like you said, it's content of someone who's lived his life, who's been, that first album came out in 94?
Yeah.
So, he's still talking about things that it's kind of like a Jay-Z 444 vibe, perennially.
Yeah, it's age. We got the AZ song, I wanted it to be better. So I think, again, like I told Aaron on the phone, I think we didn't get the album that we wanted. Our expectations were super high. It's like if Dre did the Detox. Like, the expectation for what would happen is super high, and you never gonna meet that expectation. I don't think we ever gonna meet that expectation that we have for the Nas and Primo album. So I want to listen to it fairly and keep listening to it. But I didn't know what the fuck I was listening to when I turned it on.
Hey, I tell you one thing though that I am noticing, not listening to the album, he is promoting it a lot though.
Yeah,
I did see him out there doing the NBA thing. He had halftime. He before the game halftime, and he did something after the game too. That whole new NBA Cup thing they doing now in the NBA. So he was on there.
Yeah, they just scrap that bullshit.
Yeah, I think they happy with what they made. You know, I think Nas and Primo made what they wanted to make. I just don't think it was what. I just don't think it was what we wanted to hear. It was
sonically it wasn't. You just. And that's based off of previous Primo Nas collaborations. If they do that 4 times, right? And you expect a certain type of sonic thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like art house. It was like if De Niro and Pacino did anything other than Heat. Like if they did like a rom-com, like the first time you ever saw De Niro and Pacino, it was a rom-com and it wasn't Heat. You like, what? Or if they didn't do a gangster movie again, you know what I mean? And they did, right? It's like, what the fuck? We've been waiting for this, So
have
that's kind of how
dived into any older albums lately, or anybody's discography? Because I did someone this weekend when I was driving. I was like, "Yo, he's kind of ahead of his time, man." I didn't realize his catalog was as good.
Who?
Project Pat. I was playing Project Pat a bunch of weekend, man. It was snapping. I ain't realizing.
Project. I did get a chance to listen to the Game mixtape though. Game mixtape was fire.
I can't take Game serious no more, man.
Yeah, his mixtape is fire. He good rapper.
Game's a rapper.
But his interviews piss me off, man. Like, what the fuck you talking about, man?
Yeah, Game. I mean, what'd he say that pissed you off? No, I think he said that pissed you off.
Oh, he's like, yo, I'm not. I like to have the reasonable. I'll get mad at the unreasonable cheaters. I'm like.
Oh yeah,
what?
Then
you just get over catching the case and it's like what?
Yeah,
wow.
Yo, fam, that's why Kendrick ain't dealing with you, man. You weird guy. Yes.
Yeah, that was so Nas and Primo and I think music. I started the K.R.I.T album. I really liked the K.R.I.T album.
Man,
I need to dive into that.
Yeah,
that's
I really
what's
like
been
The
in
K.R.I.T
my.
album. I need
That's
to
what I've
dive
been
into that.
listening to.
It sounded like old school K.R.I.T. I'm gonna be honest about K.R.I.T. It was a time where K.R.I.T might have been my favorite artist. The last few K.R.I.T projects to me wasn't the K.R.I.T that I wanted to hear. Like he was doing a lot more melodic shit, singing and shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling that Nubian sound from K.R.I.T. I want some nasty, dirty South sounding K.R.I.T shit.
Yeah.
And with a couple introspective records. And this sounds like, and it's a concept album. It's called Dedicated to, I guess, K.R.I.T or whatever.
Yeah.
This sounds like the K.R.I.T that I fell in love with. Like this don't sound like the I'm finding myself, I meditate K.R.I.T. This sound like the I'm riding in cars with my music loud with the drink K.R.I.T. Like that's the K.R.I.T.
That's and let me point that out to you. But you're right. The last couple of albums, man, I've been finding about 3 or 4 songs in there.
Yeah.
Right. This one here, man, I'm turning on, bro. Like, but it's my but and also I want to say this for me though is that like the Mississippi vibe is in there, man. That's kind of what I want to hear. The things that I vibe with. So for me, I love it.
Yeah.
Right. But before though, I did have 3 or 4 songs in there. I didn't have it. Wasn't like
you like struggling to find something you rock with.
Yeah.
K.R.I.T to me sounds. He's kind of like we would have gotten if Pimp C. He's like this fusion to me of like Pimp C and 3 Stacks.
Yeah,
that's how it sounds to me. K.R.I.T.
Yeah,
If anybody,
I think,
go ahead.
I'll say last thing I say about K.R.I.T is people say Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, and I just feel that K.R.I.T is in that conversation. That's just me. I just really feel they all came at the same time. I mean, Big Sean, but it's 5 of them in that class, and 2 of them don't get enough discussion. Big Sean always drops at the worst time when someone else is like at the forefront of the conversation. I think K.R.I.T, maybe because of the Def Jam stuff, he doesn't get the credit he has due for his body of work.
Damon had a point he's about to make, but I gotta argue that Big Sean joint. After Damon, whatever Damon say, I need to argue that.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You keep being a contrarian, man.
Well, no, yeah, I guess so. But Big Sean over Wale?
I ain't saying over.
Well, I mean, you saying it's 5. You saying the big 3, K.R.I.T
and two
Sean.
like our mention.
Yeah, you probably got to throw Wale in there though, somewhere.
Wale is higher than Sean, bro.
Talent or catalog wise?
Talent and catalog. His talent is better and his catalog is better. Both. I mean, like his latest album is amazing.
It's on the hearts and minds of people. Yeah,
his last 2 albums was great. His worst album to me was Shine, and I mean, it was still good. It was just a departure from the norm. Big Sean.
For me, it's something with the Maybach connection that kind of turns me off.
The Maybach, one of his best albums, Ambition on Maybach.
Tired of hearing Rick Ross.
Well, he ain't been there.
He ain't dealing with no more.
But Big Sean ain't had a good album in a minute. I think his last good album was Detroit.
Yeah.
And
but Damon had that point though. What was that point Damon had though?
Oh, the point I was trying to make, man. I think from a big K.R.I.T standpoint, man, like his body of work and all that stuff, man, like his last couple of albums, man, like if I had to point anything to it, man, I think he was getting so notarized, man. And I think he started going into a different, direction a little bit. I don't know if it's about who he was meeting, who he was talking to. But if you put him in any room and you get anybody who work with him, they'll tell you automatically the dude can rap his ass off, right? Like anybody who talks about him. But I just think he was just going into a different direction with some stuff, man, like that I couldn't put my hands on. But yeah.
Well, I mean, the industry could do that. The industry, like I think Aaron said earlier, spit you out. It's K.R.I.T was one of them who I think came in pure and got out of it. Because I don't think he major label no more. I think he just multi-alumni, like his regular label. I think, he got out of that. The industry is very nasty, predatory. And I think I could see how he was affected by that.
Yeah. 100.
Yo, before we go, man, y'all saw this new Will Smith show? It's a National Geographic joint. Did y'all see the promotion for it? Will Smith got a new show coming out. He got a new show coming out, right? It's a National Geographic. It's a National Geographic joint, right? It's called Pole to Pole with Will Smith.
Oh no!
It's called Pole to Pole with Will Smith, man.
That's that Philly shit, man.
That's some nasty
That's
work
some Philly
right
shit,
there.
man. That's that Philly shit, man. I don't know what's going on, man.
The comments going crazy, man. The comments is going crazy, man.
But hey, straight up, man. To even put something out like that, you gotta understand. Maybe that's why they do it. Maybe that's why they name it like that, so people can talk about it. Because you gotta know you about to get it with that name, bro.
Man, as long as Jaden Smith ain't involved, man, I'm good, man.
Look, so it's National Geographic. So I'm assuming he going from the North Pole to the South Pole. But
what?
But just call
Say
it
again.
Well,
what?
Just call it. You know, Damian Lillard did that. That's remember we explained it on the part we used that soundbite when Damian Lillard was like, "Yeah, me and my cousins we used to race pole to pole." They're like, "What?" So this dude, knowing all that, Will Smith still decided to call his show Pole to Pole. And I urge y'all to check out these comments, man. Some of them are very disrespectful. Some of them. Man. Some of them are very disrespectful even about Jada. And Will, like that, and Will too.
That man. Just real random. Did you see the Supergirl trailer?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I want to see it.
I'm the resident nerd of the group. I mean, so Damon, your thoughts on that trailer?
I ain't seen the trailer.
I want to see
some
it.
people are saying James Gunn, he kind of overusing his formula. I'm like, yo, it's only a trailer, but they're trying to say is Guardians of the Galaxy 8. They say he's a one trick pony. He puts too much of the humor. Like, man, it's make believe comic book characters, man. Just chill out, watch the movie, see how it goes.
It's not a James Gunn movie. I would like to note that. It's not necessarily a James Gunn movie. He doesn't direct it. He produces it. So yes, his oversight is definitely going to be there. I like her name as well too, but I like Millie Alcock. She's a good actress. I like the show she was in on Netflix.
This man hit his head down. Boy, Damon ain't shit, man.
I wouldn't even thought that the Dumbo started out like that. Her name is wild.
David just said
Y'all be like pausing people. So I want to. At some point we had to. People told us to keep going, but we could do this, y'all. That's why I don't know. Like for the listeners, we could do this. But. I like what I saw. I like what I saw in the previews. I don't think it.
You like what you saw from Al?
Yeah, I don't think it gave a bunch away. To I saw the Lanterns, like the little teaser for the show, the Lanterns too. So
yeah, the Lanterns of the two. I'm a comic nerd. I ain't putting a comic of the day, but they're saying Supergirl. If you want to get an idea of the source material for Supergirl, is a book called Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Pretty good comic. Pretty good. Just read that. It's kind of source material.
Yeah, it's the source material for the movie. Now, it's people, man, we about to finish, y'all, for the listen. It's people saying that, like, the writer of that, I guess, Tom King or whatever.
He's like a lightning pole type of dude. Yeah. Lightning rod, excuse me.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it was like people don't like dude.
Because he was prior CIA guy, and he kind of, they say I've read him, he kind of like mansplains stuff. He kind of has certain tropes that he overdoes. That they're good, but he kind of overdoes it. And there's like a nuance to putting political commentary in fiction, but they say sometimes he's heavy-handed, even by some writer standards. So that's why.
Are y'all going to see the new Avatar movie?
No.
No?
I'm probably going to see it, but I don't know, bro. That shit is too long, bro.
Zoe Saldana, I like her, but she gets my nerves too, man.
Yeah, I'm going to see it. I'm going to movies. I gotta go. I gotta watch it in theater.
How many? It's the third movie. Is the third one?
It's the third one. I mean, they talked about doing like 6 or 7 of these, but this the third one. I gotta go see it,
bro.
So the first one came out like 2010,
something like that. Yeah.
The second one came out with 20. It came out during
2 years ago.
COVID.
It came out like probably at the tail end of COVID or something. Maybe 2 years.
Is it a Disney? Is it a Disney streaming thing? Peacock? What is it? The last one.
It wasn't always Disney, but Disney took. It was Lightstorm. Lightstorm. It's James Cameron. I say that it's James Cameron. Disney took over after a while, but it's James Cameron and big movie. Both movies did almost 2 billion. Both movies almost did 2 billion. So I'm interested in what this next one going. James Cameron always sells it as like, if we bomb, it's no more Avatar. Like I'm under, for me, the interesting thing about Avatar is that it was a long shot. It was a unlicensed character that nobody knew what it was or whatever. And James, if y'all don't remember this, the number one movie at the time that Avatar came out was Titanic. Like the number one movie ever in history was Titanic. Mm-hmm. And that was also a James Cameron movie. So he had Titanic out, and then Avatar is the complete opposite of Titanic. Like Titanic is a historical movie, real characters, whatever. Avatar, sci-fi, out in space, all this futuristic shit. And he beat out Titanic as the number one movie of all time with Avatar. Now it's the number one movie with all time. So he beat his own record. And I just thought that was amazing. And, before that, he did Alien and he did Terminator 2, Judgment Day. It's James Cameron, So he can make a fucking movie. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting Avatar 3 to be a movie. But, I got my own personal issues with Avatar too. So,
yeah.
But I'm going to go see it. All right, y'all. We can sit here and bullshit.
Yeah, man.
But we gotta get up out of here.
By the way,
Damon got some football to check out, man.
Eagles about to be getting it in. Yeah.
Man, Eagles looking real bad right now these days.
Jalen Hurts, as a Giants fan who hates the Eagles, Jalen Hurts is getting way too much criticism, in my opinion.
Nah, he deserve it. I mean, he deserved it. But like you said, though, I mean, they were still winning game. He's still leading the division. I think it's too much. But anytime you throw like four or five turnovers in a game, you earn that. Right?
Yeah, he earned that. That's warranted. I'm talking about I look like Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert ain't done nothing for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And they don't get the level of scrutiny. But yeah, I guess if you win a chip and you've been to 2 championship games, it comes to the territory, man. So,
then you got to think about it too. You got the receiver running his mouth every day. You know what I mean? Talking about this and that. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, Mississippi stand up, man. Holla at your boy.
Let go.
We doing this one for the DEI.
Big boy, we back with another one.
And for the VIPs. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do it. Wax on, wax off, kick back, get your lick back like K.R.I.T movies. Cleaning the needle, car seat markers garbage. I just gotta move it out of the situation that they put me in. Man, that candy paint go well with newbie in. And sometimes you gotta do it. Like the players back in the day, never faking the funk, never fuck with the fake. Like all the players back in the day, never faking the funk, never fuck with the fake. Sometimes you gotta do it. Like the UGKs and the